In this video, I'm gonna be talking about how we can make our goals process-based instead of outcome-based. So instead of making our goals things that, these lofty aspirations, like I wanna achieve these great things, the achievement and the success comes in, did I do it today? Did I do this process today that leads me towards these overarching things? So we're not just completely dismissing the outcomes, but our focus and our measuring of success is, did I actually do a process today or this week or this month that actually led me towards this outcome? And so the three things that we're going to look at first is, why do we set goals? Like, why do humans even set goals in the first place? Because whether you're like a New Year's resolution person or not, or like a huge goal setter, we all have this, at least a vision in our mind of places that we want to go. So why do we set goals? Secondly, I'm going to look at just like kind of the main, I guess, epiphany of my whole thought process is these processes over results-based goals. And we're just going to kind of unpack that further. And then lastly, we're going to look at, what will this do? How will this bring your daily lifestyle? How will this impact your life directly? And this is kind of fitting into my series where I'm doing lifestyle videos and doing kind of inspirational productivity, basically, is what I'm looking at. Like, I'm very interested in productivity and how we can be more productive in our lives, for myself, obviously, first of all, and then to share with you guys. So let's get into that. So number one, why do we set goals? I think personally, like, the reason why we set goals is because we all have this innate desire to be better at something. Like, we want to be better at our jobs. We want to be just in a better financial situation. We want to be better off spiritually. We want to be a better brother, a better sister, a better mom, dad, just fill in the blank. Like, we just have this desire. Like, it actually fuels us for our entire lives, honestly. And like, if we're really honest with ourselves, if we sit back, what we're really trying to do is just to be better. And that can be toxic, but it can also be really healthy and really good. I think if we look at it from the perspective of like Jesus saying we need to be sanctified, and it says until the day of Christ's return, he's going to continue to essentially work on us. But it's going to take that long, right? It's going to take until he returns or until we die to be fully sanctified. But this process of getting better is actually a very biblical principle. And so there's nothing wrong. We don't have to shy away from that. We can actually lean into the fact that, yes, I am trying to get better. And I understand that's what my life is largely about. And so, but yeah, I think that we all humans, right? We all have this desire to get better, the things that we're doing. And goals is like the machine that we use to get towards that better state, if that makes sense. So secondly, and this is like my main point, is that these goals, we can learn to make them processes instead of just result-based, right? And so some examples of that is like posting a YouTube video weekly rather than I want to get 1,000 subscribers, right? So like, if I have a goal and I want to get 1,000 YouTube subscribers, that's a fine goal, it's good, but there's no actual action, and like the success might take a long time, and there's no payout, there's no reward. But if my goal is, I want to post a video every single Sunday, now every single week, I can feel myself moving closer to those goals, and like I'm reaching a success point constantly. And that's really important for us, because if our success point is just at 1,000 subscribers, that's largely out of your control. And so it can get very discouraged and then stop going towards that goal. Whereas if your actual goal is the process, then you're getting those rewards over and over again, right? Another example could be, say I want to get to 225 pounds, right? Then my goal that I could set would be the process of, okay, I'm going to lift every single day, Monday through Friday, right? And that way I know I can keep track, okay, well, I'm achieving my goal every single day. I can feel myself achieving it, because I'm not just stepping on a scale and hoping that magically I just reach this number. Instead, I'm like, I know that I'm moving towards that lofty goal, but my achievements are happening rapidly and all the time. And then let's say like we want to learn more about God, but if we just say, oh, I want to learn more about God or get closer with God, that's not really actionable. But if I set a goal that I want to read the Bible every single morning, then every single morning I feel myself getting closer to God. Or even if you don't feel that way, you are putting in the steps towards making that happen. And so this is kind of like my main idea, that these processes, and it just helps us like take so much pressure off ourselves and actually start to enjoy it and get those rewards of like, I am doing this. And yeah, it might take a lot longer, but like the vision that you have is actually occurring in real time, and you're feeling way more success, I would say. And success kind of helps us propel ourselves towards continuing on towards these goals that we're setting. And so, like I said, the goal should be the process and not just the result. And that can apply to any area of your life. If it's whatever you want to get better at, if you want to get better at video editing, if you want to get better at stronger, or being a better family member, or whatever it is, like this can apply to any area. Point number 3, what will this do? It's going to bring you daily towards that ideal lifestyle, like I was talking about earlier, because your processes are the achievements. So you're going to daily feel like, and literally be going towards these desired outcomes, this ideal lifestyle, because that's really what we're imagining. That's why we set goals, because we want this ideal lifestyle. It's transferring ideas into actions. I've noticed in my own life, like I love making ideas, I love coming up with things, but it can feel frustrating if those ideas don't start to turn into any action. Like our ideas are meant to create action, and this way you're actually doing something towards your ideas, towards your goals, towards your ideal lifestyle every single day. It's less flashy, it's more work, but it's more results. And so it might not be as satisfying, like, oh, I achieved my goal of just working out today. Like that was maybe not fun, maybe it was difficult, but it's actually creating the results inside of your life. And yeah, it's less flashy, it's more work, like you actually have to get into the nitty gritty of it all. But that is the reality of accomplishing goals, to be honest. And success is measured in faithfulness and not outcomes. This is a huge biblical principle too, like obedience rather than just outcomes. Like when you look at sharing the gospel, where it talks about the farmer sowing the seeds, like it's saying you sow the seeds and God is the gardener who will decide what grows and what doesn't grow. And this, if we apply this principle throughout our lives, it's groundbreaking, honestly. Like it takes so much pressure off of us. Like we know, okay, the faithfulness is the goal, and success is measured by that faithfulness. And I'm not saying like, of course you still want the outcomes, but you know if you were faithful to the process, and that's worth something. That's worth being proud of. That's worth reframing how we look at goals and how we approach this life. So that's it for this one. This is really just gonna be pretty short, pretty straightforward, and just something that I kind of wanted to just encourage y'all with, something that I'm trying to apply in my own life. And that's kind of what I want to make this section of my YouTube about, is just like these ideas, these thoughts that I have that are helping me live my life, helping me be more productive. And productivity is one of the greatest like skills, if you will, because it's helping you, like I was just talking about, accomplish things. And so I'm all about like, whether it's devices that I'm gonna be talking about that help me be more productive, whether it's mindsets to help me be more productive, all things like that. So see y'all next time.